Hey guys, I just wanted to say thank you for using my creator code whenever you purchase any Sims 4 DLC on the EA app or thesims.com. I receive a 5% commission each time you use my code, which means you're directly supporting me as a creator. I know there are a lot of codes floating around out there, so I am very grateful that you've chosen me to support in this way. Thank you so much. Hey guys, it is MissSimReno. If you are returning to the channel, welcome back. And if you're brand new, I am very excited that you decided to join me here today for another apartment renovation. And today we are renovating 910 Medina Studios. I'll say again because it's one of my favorite apartments. This is Salim Benali's apartment. It's one of the smaller units, I think, in Myshuno, which make it really fun for me to renovate and try to come up with different floor plans and all that fun stuff. So today we're actually renovating this for a college student. Now, I think I've done a college student apartment in this exact unit before, so it's not like it's a new concept, but I was really excited about it because at the time of me recording this, which I will explain in just a moment, we just got the kitchen clutter kit along with the restoration workshop kit, and I think one other one, I don't know. But I was excited to use the kitchen clutter, and I got really inspired because one of the swatches on the new fridge has a bunch of stickers and pendants and things for Brightchester University. So I thought it would be perfect for a college student because, well, Brightchester is one of the 2 universities that we have with Discovery University. But when I say at the time of me recording this, please know that this is a pre-recorded video, and if you are seeing it, it means that I am officially on maternity leave. Yes, it means that I've had my baby and I've decided to take some time away to get to know them, adjust to parenthood, all that fun stuff, and I decided to pre-record a ton of videos for you all to enjoy while I am away from YouTube. And you might see some new content kind of like scattered in between the pre-recorded content because I really don't know how long I'm going to be taking for maternity leave, but either way, I wanted to just be prepared. But this is actually going to be more of like a studio apartment. You know, I say studio, there is kind of the separate entryway with the archway. And of course, the bathroom is not open to the rest of the apartment because that would be disgusting. In my personal opinion, it wouldn't be ideal. I certainly know that there are apartments like that. And, you know, you make do with what you get, right? But I figured we'd separate the bathroom here, but I kind of liked this layout. I don't think I've done it in this way before. I've typically put the lofted kind of bedroom area in the same spot because I think it just works best there with where the entryway is and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've done this layout before. I made the kitchen a little bit more spread out because even though I think it's a pretty nice apartment for a college student, like let's just be honest, I think it's a pretty nice apartment, but I think that the kitchen kind of having a funny layout, it kind of hints to the fact that this might not be like the most expensive or luxurious apartment. I don't know if that really follows or makes sense, but it was refreshing to be able to kind of split the kitchen up a little bit in a different way where I feel like I haven't done it that way before. And I like that the dining and kitchen and living room are all open in this way. It seems very bright. It seems very crisp and clean, this apartment as well. I also realized I went for an extremely blue theme. I used a lot of Dream Home Decorator, which I actually do swap the couches out. I love these couches from high school years, and I was trying to use them again because I feel like I haven't used them in a long time. But I swapped them out for the couches from Dream Home Decorator because I was really struggling with how much space I wanted the lofted bed area to have, as well as the living space, just to kind of balance everything out, like where I end up placing like the television and whatnot. So I don't know, I played around with it a little bit. I also used one of the new coffee makers that your Sims can restore. I used the restored version, by the way, from the restoration workshop kit, which I almost forgot. I loved adding all these little kitchen clutter details though, like that little mug rack is one of my favorite things. I love the cereal boxes and the cookie jar because those items are functional, as you probably already know, because you're probably seeing this months after those kits came out. But I love that those items are functional. It might not seem that significant, but adding even little touches of functionality to items like that does make a really big difference in gameplay, at least for me, because instead of my Sims going to the fridge and grabbing a bowl of cereal, which doesn't make sense to me, they can just grab a bowl of cereal from the cereal box, which does make sense to me. It makes me very, very happy. So it's little things like that that I really appreciated, and I was really surprised to actually see in the kit. That was a pleasant surprise. But yeah, we're just trying to figure out the living space here, because again, we have this kind of blank space and these big empty corners that I wasn't a fan of. So I end up just grabbing these 3-seater couches from Dream Home Decorator and kind of swapping where the TV was. I put it up against the wall, like under the window, instead of up against where this lofted bed area is. So that it worked out a little bit better. And then this little bed area is actually very plainly decorated. I don't put a lot up here. I think I was thinking about putting a dresser, but it looked a bit odd considering the half walls were a bit low. So I actually put it near the bottom of the stairs, which made more sense to me. And I think I just add like an armchair in the corner just to add something, like some kind of detail. I didn't want it to be too cluttered up there because there really wasn't that much space. So it worked out okay. I was thinking about putting an ottoman near the window, but that looked a little bit too cramped as well. So very simply decorated, very plain. This is the one and only dresser. I put a mirror on the wall as well. And then we end up, I believe, just swapping out the lights appropriately. One thing I love about having Tool, by the way, Tool and Better Build By, is you can actually change the lighting in build mode. I've only just started doing that, it feels like. It makes such a difference. It really does. I love it so much. And then we just work on the bathroom, which is of course a full bathroom. Everything your Sims need will be located in here. It's very plainly decorated as well, just kind of kept with the same theme, but I loved using this tile from Base Game, this wall tile, because I feel like I haven't used it in a long time. I used it in another apartment renovation, I'll say, recently, at the time of me recording this, but in a different swatch, and it was very refreshing, actually. And then we just decorate this little entryway where I think I put a walk-in closet and maybe like a console table, and that's kind of it. I was thinking about making a big wall of bookshelves, but I didn't like how it looked. And I think I've actually done that before in this exact unit. So I decided not to do that here. I just made the archway a bit smaller and extended the kitchen a little bit as well, so I could add that walk-in closet that I end up putting basically on the other side of the bathroom here. It's this one from Get Together, but that is pretty much it for this apartment renovation. It was a short one, so I hope you all enjoyed this one. I cannot wait to hear your thoughts, and I will catch you next time I post a video, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!